Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your complex questions, stack them up against the best research out there, and deliver the sharpest insights directly to you.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we are answering a question that I think so many of us have, but we're giving it a very specific personal focus. We are diving deep for Elton, a dedicated listener and a 71-year-old stroke survivor.
Right.
And Elton wrote in with a fantastic question for us. He said, I regularly eat blueberries for breakfast, but not so much strawberries or raspberries. Should I replace the blueberries or perhaps add them to the mix?
That is just a phenomenal mission for a deep dive
Well,
because Elton is already, on the right track.
absolutely.
But he wants to go beyond just eating healthy and get into strategic, targeted nutrition. So our mission is clear.
Right.
We're comparing blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries to find the best combination for cardiovascular health, for brain function,
Yeah.
and for gut health.
Exactly. And in setting this all up, we've given special weight to the insights of Dr. Michael Greger, focusing on those unique fibers and the powerful micronutrients, the polyphenols that often get, overlooked.
And the goal isn't just to rank them 1, 2, 3. That's way too simple. Since Elton is a stroke survivor, every single berry's unique strength is a piece of the puzzle. We're trying to build the most comprehensive daily defense portfolio we can.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're comparing the three big berries to see if Elton's blueberry habit needs some backup. So where do we start?
We have to start with the bedrock of systemic health, which is fiber.
Okay.
For cardiovascular stability, for blood sugar, for digestive health, fiber intake is it's crucial. And specifically, fiber is a prebiotic. It feeds the good bacteria in your gut.
And that ecosystem, that's what produces compounds that influence everything from your immune system to your brain, right?
Everything. So when we look at the raw data, these three berries, there's a very clear winner in terms of sheer volume.
Which is so critical for that gut support.
It is. And if Elton is focused on maximizing fiber density, that raw bulk raspberries take a decisive lead. I mean, they offer a striking 8 grams of fiber per cup.
8 grams. That's huge for one serving of fruit.
It's massive.
That's about a quarter of the entire daily recommended intake for an adult, packed right into one little cup of berries.
Exactly. Now, compare that to the others. Blueberries, they'll give you about 4 grams per cup.
So half.
Half. And strawberries come in at just over 3 grams. So if the number one goal is fiber volume for robust gut support, raspberries are, without a doubt, the most effective choice.
But hold on a second. If raspberries are so much higher in fiber, does that also mean they're higher in sugar or calories? That's something we need to clarify.
That's a great question, and the answer is very reassuring. All three are low-calorie, low-glycemic foods. Raspberries and strawberries are actually 2 of the lowest sugar fruits you can find.
So where does all that fiber come from?
It's structural. It's those tiny little seeds, which are concentrated insoluble fiber, and also the thicker skin. You're basically getting more non-digestible bulk, which means you get all the benefit without any kind of sugar spike.
Okay, so raspberries are our fiber heavyweights. Now let's move on to the chemical superheroes Elton asked about, the polyphenols and antioxidants,
The compounds that really drive the benefits for your heart and your brain.
and fight that systemic inflammation.
Right. This is where we really get into the color code. Dr. Greger always emphasizes that higher intake of anthocyanins, those pigments that make the berries red, blue, and purple, is directly linked to anti-inflammatory effects.
It's like they help douse the inflammation that happens after you eat.
That's a perfect way to put it. It prevents that chronic, low-level inflammation from building up over time.
Okay, I'm looking at the technical data here, the antioxidant capacity scores, or XCC and TAAC values. This looks incredibly complex. Can you translate what these numbers are actually measuring?
Yeah, of course. Think of ORAC as a food's power to neutralize free radicals in a test tube. It's like its nutritional superhero score. And while, regular blueberries are powerful, the rankings tell a more nuanced story.
How so?
Well, for instance, black raspberries and wild blueberries score way, way higher than the conventional ones you buy in the store.
Wild blueberries. Why is that?
Because they grow in harsher climates, so they have to develop more robust defense chemicals, more of those anthocyanins, to protect themselves. And when we eat them, we get the benefit of their natural resilience.
That makes perfect sense. So we think of blueberries as the gold standard, but some other berries or varieties can be even better.
Precisely. And if we look at the standard raw berries that Elton asked about, the raw raspberry and the raw blueberry are actually very, very closely matched in total antioxidant power.
And strawberries.
Strawberries follow closely behind. But the key isn't just the final score. It's the mix of different compounds in each berry.
Okay, so what specific compounds make each one unique in that fight against inflammation?
Well, blueberries, especially the dark ones, are really rich in things called anthocyanidins and proanthocyanidins. They're powerful flavonoids.
Okay.
Strawberries, on the other hand, get a lot of their anti-inflammatory punch from a different molecule called ellagic acid, plus their own unique anthocyanins. It's like having different types of specialized fire extinguishers.
And we have clinical trials that show this actually works in people, right? It's not just test tube chemistry.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We see it in intervention trials. For instance, there was one where people had blueberry smoothies every day for 6 weeks. It's found to actually decrease the expression of pro-inflammatory genes. It turned down the volume on signals like IL-6, which is a protein that basically tells your body, hey, ramp up inflammation.
Wow, so the berries are essentially telling your body to calm down at a genetic level.
That's exactly what's happening.
That is powerful stuff, especially for someone focused on long-term health. Okay, let's pivot now to the unique targeted benefits for the heart and the brain, which are, of course, critical for Elton.
This right here is the strongest argument for not replacing the blueberries. They have to stay on the menu because of their targeted neurological benefit.
What's so special about them for the brain?
It seems their unique anthocyanins are small enough to cross the blood-brain barrier.
And crossing that barrier is everything. It means they can have a direct effect.
It's the whole ball game. Studies link consistent blueberry consumption to improved memory, better executive function, and overall cognitive health, especially in older adults.
And for vascular health.
They're linked to better endothelial function. That's the health of the lining of your blood vessels, and also to lower blood pressure. Plus, you get a good dose of vitamin K.
Okay, so blueberries are the undisputed brain and vascular tune-up champion.
Mhm.
So what unique edge do strawberries bring to the table? Why should Elton add them in?
Strawberries really punch above their weight in specialized anti-inflammatory roles. They're strongly associated with lower LDL cholesterol and general heart disease protection,
The bad cholesterol.
the bad cholesterol.
Mm-hmm.
But the truly surprising finding comes from these targeted anti-arthritis trials.
Oh, right. Tell me about that.
There was a clinical trial with osteoarthritis patients. They consumed about 1.5 pints of strawberries a day for 12 weeks.
And the results?
They were dramatic. The patients had huge reductions, not just in inflammatory markers in their blood,
Yeah.
but in their actual self-reported pain, constant pain, intermittent pain, total pain, all went down significantly.
That is incredible. So they were physically feeling better, not just showing better numbers on a lab report.
Exactly. And here's the crucial caveat from the source material. A separate trial with conventional blueberries did not have that same anti-arthritis pain-reducing effect.
Huh. So the strawberry's unique mix of compounds, maybe that ellagic acid, is providing a specialized benefit that the others don't perfectly replicate.
That seems to be the case. It's a very targeted effect.
Okay, so to recap, raspberries give us the fiber, blueberries give us the brain boost, and strawberries offer these specialized anti-inflammatory perks.
So if we synthesize this for Elton, the takeaway is crystal clear. Diversification is the superior strategy. Don't you dare replace your blueberries.
Add the others.
Add the others. Raspberries for fiber, blueberries for the brain, strawberries for that specialized anti-inflammatory and cholesterol benefit. Combining all three gives you the most comprehensive coverage.
That perfectly answers his question. Okay, let's get practical. Let's talk about fresh versus frozen.
This is great news for, anyone on a budget or who just wants convenience. The sources all confirm that frozen berries are just as nutritionally potent as fresh.
Sometimes even more so, right?
Sometimes more so,
Fair.
because they're flash frozen at the absolute peak of ripeness, which locks in all the phytochemicals and antioxidants.
So you lose nothing.
Mm.
And you gain year-round availability and less food waste.
Exactly. A good daily goal is about 1 cup of berries, fresh or frozen. Now we have to get to the warnings.
Right. Elton mentioned avoiding milk, cream, or yogurt, but the sources point to an even bigger and I think more surprising warning.
I remember reading this in Dr. Greger's work, and it's a huge aha moment for anyone who loves making smoothies.
And it has nothing to do with dairy.
Nothing at all. The real nutritional saboteur for your berries is combining them with high PPO fruits like bananas, especially when you blend them.
PPO, that's polyphenol oxidase. Explain what that enzyme does and why blending it with berries is such a disaster.
So, polyphenol oxidase, or PPO, is an enzyme that's naturally in bananas. It's what makes them turn brown.
Okay.
But when you throw berries and a banana into a high-speed blender, you create a perfect storm. The PPO gets released, oxygen gets whipped in, and the enzyme just goes to town, actively degrading the beneficial flavanol polyphenols in the berries.
And the numbers on this are just, they're shocking. You're losing a huge percentage of the very compounds you're trying to get.
It is devastating. Research shows that this PPO activity can degrade up to 84% of those beneficial flavanols.
84%.
You're essentially destroying the antioxidants right before you drink them.
Wow. So losing 4/5 of the benefit just from a simple mistake in your smoothie. What's the practical solution then?
You have to consume them separately if you're really trying to maximize the benefits. Or if you use them in a dish like Elton suggested, adding berries to a salad or on top of oatmeal.
Where they aren't being pulverized together.
Exactly. The light mixing and lack of high-speed oxidation would likely avoid this whole destructive interaction.
The key is, don't blend your high flavanol berries with high KPO foods.
That's the takeaway.
So to give a final direct summary for Elton,
You should definitively add the others. Keep your blueberries for your brain health, add raspberries for that superior fiber, and add strawberries for their unique cholesterol-lowering and specialized anti-inflammatory benefits. This combination gives you the best of all worlds.
it feels like the winning strategy. Diversify that portfolio of antioxidants and fiber. And, while it's easy to get lost in the details, the main point is just consistently including these whole, colorful plant foods. It's overwhelming how beneficial it is.
And that leads to the final and I think most crucial point, which is about post-meal oxidative stress.
Mmm.
Nearly everyone can benefit from more berries. But the real secret isn't just one massive dose in the morning.
Why not?
Because every time we eat, our body generates a wave of oxidative stress. It's just a natural part of digestion. So if you only eat your antioxidants at breakfast, your protective shield is down by lunch, and it's definitely gone by dinner.
So you need to refuel that shield throughout the day.
Consistently. The consumption of high antioxidant food with every single meal, even just a small amount, is what ensures your body stays in a positive antioxidant balance. That protects your cells from that daily wear and tear. It's that steady, regular routine, not a sporadic binge, that truly determines your long-term health.